In most places in the world today that you go to, one common thing that you're going to hear amongst people, especially in the Western societies, you're going to hear this thing. And it goes like this: I don't trust no one. I do not trust anybody. And you start to wonder. Some people may ask, who hurt you? You don't trust your father? You don't trust your mother? Why is it that you don't trust anybody? I have a friend of mine. He messaged me and told me that he was good at trading stocks. I took $2,500 in good faith because I had no reason not to trust him. A very good friend introduced me to him. I handed him $2,500. He returned the money and told me that he was scared. But because of the trust that I had, the conviction, the way he spoke, I told him, go ahead. I understand the risk of the business and the possibilities of loss. As a matter of fact, not only did I give him back the money when he returned the money to me, I doubled down. I sent him $5,000. I initially had given him $2,500. He returned it back and told me that he was nervous, he was scared. And I gave him $5,000 and told him, I understand the risk. This is the stock market and there's a possibility of loss, a lot of loss. He traded, and over a period of time, he lost all the money. Was I disappointed? Very disappointed. But was I mad at him? Did that stop me from trusting him? No, sir. It did not stop me from trusting him. And then I made one request from him. I told him, you see, I've shown you good faith by giving you this $2,500 and you returned it, and I bolstered that money. I doubled down or doubled up the money to show you that I believe in your craft and I believe in your potential. Now, I have one request of you. Please, can you give me the same $5,000 that I gave to you as a loan? Let me put it into my business for just 30 days and I will give you back the $5,000. So at the end of 30 days, I will have $5,000, my $5,000, which was lost in trading, and you would have $5,000, which was the one that you had loaned me. He did not say no, but his answer might as well be a no, based on how he answered. He postponed me, and told me that he would get back to me, but he never did. And that was okay. Because I gambled and I lost. That's what happens with the stock market. The same situation repeated itself again when I met a friend, and he made me believe that he was such a good trader. He was trading gold and he was trading silver. He kept sending me videos of his profits and all the gains that he made in the market over a period of time. He even convinced me and won me over by showing me his losses at some point and how he recovered from those losses. So at some point, he convinced me to come into the market with him. I took $10,000. But before I gave him that $10,000, remember, I've been burnt before. It does not mean that I don't trust this guy. So I contacted one of my very good friends and I asked him, hey, someone is proposing something and here is what they're proposing. How do you think I should go about it? This was a very trusted friend. And he asked me a series of questions, but based on how I was answering the question, he could tell that I believed in this person so much. So he could not help me see reasons not to make this move. So what he said to me was, take the $10,000, divide it into two, give him the first $5,000, and watch what he does with it. If he comes back after a couple of weeks and he's profitable, then you could send the other half. And I promise you, I was very glad I listened. So I sent the $5,000 to this friend that was showing potential in trading Forex. He was trading US dollars versus gold or silver at that moment. And I tell you this, within 6 to 8 hours of me sending him that $5,000, he lost every single penny. And I messaged my confidant, my trustee, my good friend that I had confided in, and told him about this whole racket. And he told me, such a the game we play in life. I was very disappointed in this guy because I felt like he gambled away this money, and he was not very risk averse. He took so much risk, and the way he aggressively entered the market, I could make an argument that if it was his personal money, he would not do the same, until he approached me and showed me that the way that he was trading with my money was the same way he was trading with his money. When he lost my $5,000, he equally lost $7,000. But then he quickly requested that I send the remaining half of the $5,000 so he could continue trading. And at that point, I offered him a blatant no. I told him I've suffered enough loss for the day that I would have to go back and recoup this money using my process, because his process has been proven to be flawed at the moment. So I have to go back and regenerate this money before I could take any further risk. At this point, which he understood, he apologized, and he told me that he was trying to, do something to basically impress me. But so are the markets, he explained, that sometimes the market is very volatile. And I heard what he said. But did that make me stop trusting this guy? No, because you see, from the beginning, the rules were already outlined. Trust was not the issue. It was the process. The process was the issue. The process by which he traded the money was not tested and trusted. He did not have a defined process by which he applied this money towards trading. Follow me carefully. We're going somewhere, trust me. So today, I was in a car with some friends. We had gone out for a business meeting, and we had some very good conversations. So while we're in the car, we're talking about the case of divorce and how some soccer players have been able to play the reverse Uno card, people like Akon, Hakimi, and some other people. Even someone like the football player that is well known for the New England Patriots, I forgot his name, Tom Brady. He is well known for being able to avert the risk of divorce due to how he structured his finances. So people started talking about, the friends in front of the car started talking about how most of these people, they placed the money in the custody of their mothers, and it was mostly mothers that were holding this money. And I had a very aggressive rebuttal. I told them, in my case, my father is the one that I trust. I trust my father with my life. That in my case, I would build a trust, put my father as the custodian of the trust, and just be a board member. At which point, if divorce were to show up, all he has to do was fire me from the trust, and that way we could save whatever wealth we've accumulated and built. And then all of a sudden, the young lady that was a lady friend to the main guy that I had the meeting with, the driver, out of nowhere just said, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anybody. And I thought it was odd. And then I asked her, how can you live such a life? How can you live a life where you trust nobody? You don't trust the pilot that picks you up on the plane? You don't trust your Uber driver? When you go to the restaurant, you don't trust that they will serve you the food that you ordered without poisoning it? You don't trust that your landlord will not break into your apartment when you're gone? You don't trust the taxi driver? You don't trust that the teacher has the best intention to teach you? And at that point, she got aggressive. And she basically flat out got angry that I was challenging her statement. And she said, I don't care what you mean. My trust is different. To my utmost dismay, I said to her, trust only has one definition. And at this point, I'm going to read the definition of trust to you. Trust is a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. So if you don't believe firmly that something is reliable, that something could be truthful, that something could have the ability, and something can have strength, what are we living life for? After she received a challenge from me, the relationship between me and her turned hostile. Remember, I just met this person like a few minutes ago, barely just picked her up. So I started to think to myself, if she does not trust anybody, this activates a red flag in my mind towards the guy that when we're having a conversation at the restaurant, he was basically confessing about how this lady could be the one. And I'm thinking to myself, this lady just confessed to you that she trusts no one. What makes you feel that you're safe? So you may ask, what is the point of this YouTube video? The point of this video is that I'm here to tell you that anybody that you hear say those words, I don't trust anyone, they're either suffering from trauma. 2, when the time comes, you will be a victim of their antitrust regulations. You will be a victim of their lack of trust, and you will be a victim of the words that were just uttered in that vehicle. I trust no one. If you are establishing a relationship that is not based on trust, and you have someone that is supposed to be an intricate part of your life uttering those words, I trust no one, ladies and gentlemen, run for your life. Because everything you see in this world is built on trust. The apartment you live in, you trust that the building planners, the contractors, the engineers, that they've done a great work. And that's why you trust that living on the 22nd floor, that the building will not collapse. When you go to a restaurant to order your food, when that food is finally placed in front of you, you pick up your spoon and you dig into that food because you trust that the chef in the kitchen of that restaurant has not planned an occasion to poison you. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most dangerous things anybody that is trying to be part of your life can say to you is those words, I trust no one. Thanks for watching this video. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know if someone has ever come into your life and said those words, I trust no one. These people are criminals and they are to be avoided. Anybody that comes in with that mindset, I trust no one, please avoid them. It's for your own good. Subscribe to the channel, share this video, get it to people out there so that they know that these people that have these trust issues are the greatest criminals in the world, because everything that surrounds human existence is all based on trust. The way we bank, the way we take care of our children, the doctors in our hospitals, our parents, everything is based on trust. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.